Listen close, because in the Deltaverse, breathing is a privilege, not a right. This is the world of Delta Comics, and it's bleeding. They call them gammas. Kids born with a ticking time bomb in their blood that detonates at puberty. It's the gamma gene, an anomaly carved into their DNA by decades of back alley science and playing God. The culprit? Biocon Corporation, a multi-billion-dollar, government-funded monster that turned genetic manipulation into a sport. They spent years splicing and dicing, and now the world is reaping the whirlwind. The gamma gene doesn't just change you, it categorizes you. There are 4 variants. Metallic, their DNA is forged in iron and steel. Heavy metal, literally. Elemental, they don't just use the world, they are the world. Earth, fire, wind, and rain. Bestial, the animal within doesn't just howl, it takes over. Claws, fur, and instinct. Scion, the most dangerous of all. They don't need muscles when they have the mind. Psychic power, pure and terrifying. Welcome to the evolution.
We are the storm. We are the fire. Genman, Genman, Genman. Genman, Genman, Genman. We rise, we fight. Genman, Genman, Genman. Genman.
Damian Lee, leader of the Genmen, possessing elemental DNA, codename Dragon Breath. He has the ability to unleash limitless concussive thermal energy blasts from his mouth. Sarah Macbeth, possessing psionic DNA, codename Psy Sword. She is a British martial artist whose gamma gene grants her the ability of light force energy construction in the form of a psychic sword blade and immense telepathy, and shares a psychic link with her lover, Dragon Breath. Rohan Jameson, possessing metallic DNA, codename Blade Fist. His gamma gene grants his skin and bones to be hard as steel while manifesting various bladed weaponry from his fists. He was one of the first gammas ever created by the Biocon Global Corporation. Gabriel Longbow, possessing metallic DNA, is of Native American descent. His gamma gene makes his skin and bones as hard as steel and grants him large metallic wings that can swap between angelic and demonic forms. Alan Matthews, possessing bestial DNA, codenamed Ape-Link. His gamma gene turned him into a gorilla-like humanoid. His pursuit of a way to modify bestial DNA so he could revert back to human form backfired, and he became a feral bestial hero and is the powerhouse of the Genmen. Rena Perez, possessing elemental DNA, codenamed Rainfire. She is the heart of the team and also its most powerful member. Her gamma gene gives her the power to generate, manipulate, and fully control the elements of fire and water, and using thermal generation, she has the power of limited flight, and she is madly in love with Rohan. Richard Romanoff, the unofficial 7th member of the team, possessing metallic DNA, codenamed Hard Shell. His gamma gene grants him the ability to cover his entire body in a golden steel form that grants indestructibility, invulnerability, endurance, and massive super strength. Though being a gamma is a crime, and they are hunted by government agents affiliated with Biocon Global Corporation and battling other evil gammas along the way, the general public sees these brave men and women as heroes and applaud their efforts to form a future where one day gammas may have the right to freedom. Deep within the Andromeda Galaxy, there used to exist a planet called Superion, a deeply cold world filled with intelligent life in the form of the humanoid Superans. But then, their star, their world sun, went supernova. They knew their only escape was through their highly technologically advanced teleportation technology, though still so few made it off their planet alive. One of the survivors was named Kian, who, after landing on Earth, took the human name of Ken Connors, a name that belonged to the man who died because of his arrival on the planet when he got caught in the Superion technology that brought Kian to Earth. Discovering this world was much like his own, but much warmer, he learned that its atmosphere and temperature altered his own Superan physiology, granting him immense super strength, the power of flight, super speed, and enhanced senses of sight, hearing, taste, and smell. Overwhelmed with the guilt of the human death that his arrival on Earth caused, He swore never to harm another human being again. But unfortunately, the supervillains of Earth motivated him to take on the role of a superhero. After reading some of Earth's comic books about Golden Age heroes, Ken decided to take flight as the superhero known as Superb, Defender of the Earth. When a giant meteor threatened the very survival of humanity, Superb flew into space and, with one single punch, smashed the meteor into a million pieces, saving the planet. The people rejoiced as they welcomed the most powerful hero in the Delta Comics universe, Superb. Athena, daughter of Queen Haemabella and the Greek god of war, Ares. Raised in the Nordic kingdom of Amazodria, she is gifted with demigod powers of super strength, super speed, flight, and super endurance. Blessed by her mother after being crowned warrior queen, she was granted a vessel to travel to the world of man, where she would become a hero in her own right. After being tasked with finding a mate by her father Ares, she chose the only man on Earth she deemed worthy, Superb, the protector of Earth. Together, they are the most powerful couple in the Delta Comics universe. Kid Superb, Ben Connors, son of Superb and Athena. He has all his mother's and father's abilities, plus electrokinetic energy abilities. As he grew up to be a teenager, his reckless rock star attitude made him a fan favorite among teenage girls. And though a hooligan at times, he's a good kid who will always do what's right and put himself on the line to save another person. He is best friends with fellow teenage superhero, Sparrow. Nightsider, a 90s urban music legend who used the millions of dollars he made as a superstar named Juan Ward to build a superhero identity in order to fight the forces of evil that plagued his city and the world. He is a master strategist and martial artist, proficient in various martial arts weaponry, and uses tons of gadgets like smoke bombs to gain the upper hand on an opponent. He took a young man, Anthony James, under his wing, an excellent martial artist who uses the same gadgets and weaponry as his adoptive father. Together, the two of them battle the forces of the Scalper, a skull-faced maniac who leads a gang of like-minded psychopaths who worship him like a god. Commander Samuel Stevens is an American soldier from the year 3000, leader of an elite covert military strike force trained to take down the mecha tyrants that were left over from World War IV. Mecha tyrants are Nazi-built, giant robotic monstrosities. One day, during a fateful battle, Commander Stevens was near fatally wounded by one of the mecha tyrants. The government military injected him with the Ultra Soldier Serum and replaced his missing limbs with cybernetically advanced arms using technology from his future time. Taking the code name Commander Victory, he infiltrated the base where the mecha tyrants were being built and destroyed all the enemy soldiers. However, one of the mecha robots was able to escape, and one of the Nazi scientists used the future time travel technology in their possession to send this indestructible robotic monster to the past, forcing Commander Victory to travel back to stop it. Although he was able to defeat the robot, he found himself trapped in present-day Earth, time displaced. Braden Hansen, the Bolt, was once a professional motorcycle stuntman who was struck by a bolt of cosmic lightning during a performance at an extreme sports event. This mysterious bolt of lightning granted Braden godlike super speed and the ability to run at speeds that can pierce the time barrier. His super speed is unmatched even by Superb himself. He is able to generate electrical energy so that when he runs, he leaves white lightning in his wake. Together, they form the Odyssey Force, the most famous and accepted superhero team in the Delta Comics universe. Seen by the general public worldwide as the premier superhero team on Earth, led by Superb, they stand against the greatest threats that others cannot.
Captain X, the legend grows.
Within the Zephyr Galaxy, there exists a highly technologically advanced planet called Excelsior, ruled by the Silver Royal family, consisting of King Zax, Queen Zella, Prince Jason, and Prince Jean. Prince Jason quickly rose through the ranks of his father's army and became captain of the Zephyr army, until he was horrified at his father's mistreatment of their planet's own people, as King Zax would enslave and abuse the blue-skinned natives of their planet. Bringing this to his mother, they conspired a way to free the slaves, helping them escape off-world to a nearby star. When the king discovered this, he branded both his own son and wife traitors, banished Jason to what he deemed a primitive planet called Earth, and imprisoned his own wife. This act blackened his heart, and his skin took on its natural purple pigmentation as he tasked his younger son, Prince Jean, to hunt his brother down and destroy him. Because Jean was fiercely loyal to his father, he sought to make his brother pay for betraying the royal family. Their powers have always been a reflection of the others. A great battle ensued in New Rex City, so great that their mother had to use her magic to appear before her sons and beg them to stop fighting. After realizing the error of his ways, Prince Jean formed an alliance with his brother, and together they took the fight to their father on Excelsior. But even their combined powers weren't enough to stop him. So they returned to Earth to train harder, while Ace reporter Jennifer McKnight reported on the battle between these two powerful brothers who caused so much damage to their city and won a Pulitzer for it. But she had fallen vastly in love with our dear captain. Then, on one fateful day, as an act of revenge, King Zack sent a zenith bomb to Earth with the purpose of turning the planet into Excelsion, so that with their new powers, they would help him crush their own world, the same world his sons now called home. But unknowingly, he unleashed the instrument of his own destruction. While reporting at a construction site, the zenith bomb hit, and Jennifer was caught in the blast. Becoming half Excelsion, she gained the power of darkness, and she can generate dark shadow energy psychically. The blast spread across the city, catching a magician named Howard Hughes and his trained tiger, Rasha. Howard gained the ability to generate solid matter illustrations and limited spellcasting. At the same time, a sweet girl in her garden was hit and became a fairy-like being with the ability to manipulate and control plant life, as well as fly with fairy-like wings. A professional skateboarder named Max Hightower was hit during a mid-air stunt and developed super speed flight abilities. They chose to use their powers for good after being inspired by Captain X, and together they took the fight to the king one last time. This time, with their combined powers, they defeated King Zax and helped place Queen Zella back on the throne, ushering in a new era of peace and harmony all across the planet Excelsior. But since the Zenith Bomb had created so many Zen humans, our heroes returned to Earth, where they formed the EX Squad, dedicated to defending people from the evil Zen humans and recruiting and training those who choose to follow in the footsteps of the courageous Captain X. Lyra is a warrior from the Nordic kingdom of Amazodria. Ever since she was a small child, she idolized Athena and trained harder than any other girl in the kingdom in order to surpass her peers and become the next warrior queen. Eager to prove herself to Ares, the god of war, she sought the evil wizard Shirak, and though she defeated his Hydra, she was unable to stop him from unleashing an army of mythological creatures upon the world of man. But lucky for her, he takes after his father, as Kid Superb has a thing for Nordic Amazons. With the help of his best friend Sparrow, the three teenage heroes battled the mythological monstrosities together as a team known as the Turbo Teens, a trio of teenagers with attitude and a whole lot of power. Based in Arrow City out of their underground headquarters dubbed The Hangout, they fight to restore balance to the world of man and monster. Nathaniel and Alexander Grimm. The names of these brothers strike fear into the heart of everything that goes bump in the night. After losing their mother to a devastating attack in their hometown by a horde of vampires, these two brothers took up arms against the undead threat and became the two most feared vampire hunters in the world. They hated all vampires until one night they met a heroic vampire with pyrokinesis who does not feed on the blood of people and will only drink pig's blood. This way, he retains his soul. Later, the three of them would meet a Gamma, whose bestial Gamma gene turned him into a large white wolf, who has the heart of a hero but yearns to look human again, and a witch, Annabelle Ravensworth, a white witch with incredible magic powers. Together, Nathaniel, Alexander, Vampiro, Silverfang, and Spellbound form the Phantom Force. Based out of Grimm Castle, they fight to protect mankind from a world of monsters they don't even know exists. And that, my friends, is the end. The bleeding has stopped, and you can breathe easy again, because the world of Delta Comics has heroes that will protect us and defend us until their dying breath. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something about the characters in my head, and keep your eyes peeled for more content coming at ya from Jones Studios Productions.